So it's very interesting when we start to really think outside the box. It's okay, let me stop trying to put definition on what we have. Let me stop trying to make sure it fits inside the societal indoctrination of what my relationship should look like. Let me stop trying to conform to what my state of faith or religion has told me from a child. Let me detach from the media images from different TV shows and talk shows and music, how relationships should look. And let me just look at myself and let me recognize what my needs are versus my wants. And then let me just cultivate that and allow that to begin to exude and come across my presence of my energy. And then allow that to be recognized by somebody else that's done the same thing in themselves. And then we just recognize like, oh, there's just, there's a vibe, there's a chemistry or whatever. And we begin to just flow and to connect. And that connection gets stronger by self-recognition, by recognizing ourselves in each other, and also by not feeling hard pressed to define it, but just to be curious to see where is this attraction going to take us. And when we go there in that space, we begin to understand and learn that the polarity aspect in relationships exists. But a lot of times we subconsciously are trying to avoid it because when we're always trying to be on the definition side, what we're trying to do is we're trying to make sure everything's inside a certain frame. But there's another part of that frame that allows it to exist, and that's the unknown part. How many of us honestly sits down and be like, you know what, I appreciate and I love what I don't know about you. I'm moved by what I don't know about you. I do not fear what I don't know about you. I don't fear the future growth in you. I don't feel like it's going to challenge what we are. Matter of fact, I welcome that unknown about you. I love you that much that I can love you outside with me imposing my will of definition on you. I just love what I feel and resonate from you to the point that I trust that energy that's showing in our synergy. And I'm trusting it to let that to lead and show us what we bring to each other, what we can create together, or uh, or how we're placed inside each other's lives. There's a beauty there. And I think we have gotten so far in our ego and inside of our traumas and our relationships that we just forgot about the beauty that we bring to each other. We forgot about the beauty that we're trying to cultivate. If I'm in a relationship, I want to cultivate the beauty that obviously that we're housing. Why are we cultivating the ugly? In a lot of cases, you notice the cultivation of the ugly is typically shown by a definition, and the definition not being met. There's a misdefinition, right? All revolving around the definition part. And a lot of times we begin to see what? The attractiveness to lose. We start seeing the resistance grow. And we see people now will start harboring bitterness, shame, and all this other type of stuff that begins to just drive a wedge in the attractiveness and in the attractiveness of the relationship. Our challenge is to grow the attractiveness, to allow it to flow, to not get in the way of it. And one way not to get in the way of it is to remove our hard pressed desire to define it. If you already have it, why are you trying to define it? If you're already experiencing it, why are you trying to define it? Let it flow and y'all organize what y'all are to each other. It's about y'all, ain't about everybody else, what they perceive. Fuck them.